Sometimes in this business, you have to take chances and you have to get uncomfortable. And trust me, what I just bought for me is very uncomfortable. I'm going to talk to you about that here on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy, and today I wanted to show you exactly the uncomfortableness, I guess for lack of a better term, that I've been dealing with this weekend. Now a lot of you are just taking a break and chilling out and bracing yourself for summer, and I'm doing quite the opposite. Of course, had a friend come into town, brought in a van load of pallets, 4 pallets in total, and we're talking new old stock. I'm talking 5+ years old, and it's been sitting in a warehouse untouched. And we had the pleasure of making a great deal. Just he wanted to move these pallets out of this warehouse, and we paid him $600, guys. Now this is a friend of mine. He gave me a good deal. It was a very fun weekend, but exhausting at the same time, because after golf on Sunday, we came back here and unloaded the van full of stuff, and we did it box at a time, and got it all stacked. As you can see here, there's just a lot of stuff, and these are old dirty boxes. The merchandise inside is brand new, everything individually wrapped, ready to go. And it was a lot of stuff, and my initial fear was, where am I going to put all this stuff? I didn't know, and the idea of having these dirty boxes just all over the place with limited space as it is kind of freaked me out a little bit. But we had to work some things out. Number one, I got rid of my photo table, or the slanted photo table for my clothing. We weren't using it a whole lot anyway. Jenna prefers to do the flat lay photos anyway, and I can make that work when I need to. So temporarily, we're planning on maybe putting another table there, but in the interim, we had to stack, and we didn't take these boxes inside the house, of course. We pulled everything outside of the garage in the driveway. We pulled everything out of the boxes and then stacked them up by SKU, so I can get a count of everything. And it's you sell a certain item, you know what it is, you can just go and get it, and it's going to be a temporary issue for a minute, but you know what, that's part of the business. You have to get uncomfortable, and I just want to show you here what exactly I was able to pick up. So it took us a couple hours to get everything unboxed out of these case packs, and those dirty boxes, right? Stuff that's been sitting around for years. But everything is in brand new condition. We got these football holders, right? And all the same SKU, so that's one SKU there. These basketball / soccer ball holders are all the same SKU, right? Are we talking like 30 some odd of those? Probably we're dealing with about 20 of those. And then we have some of these baseball holders. Now these are the ones with the wood base, okay? And these are all cases of them. I think there's 36. I think there's 24 of these in each box, and there's 36 of these in each box, okay? So these are all for like autographed baseballs, basketballs, and footballs. And someone gets, a cherished autographed item or special one of these balls, they're going to want to find a way to get them protected, and that's what those are for. Now I picked up in this pallet of boxes, there's 4 pallets of boxes. We had one box full of winter wear, and these are for like kids. These are London Fog brand, okay, size 5 and 6. We ended up getting about 5 of these. We got about 5 of these too, and it's like a girl's heavy duty winter jacket from Carter's. We got about 5 of these. Ended up getting some hockey nets. So replacement hockey nets, brand new and sealed pouches. Got some of these football stands. So if you just want to keep your football like on an open maybe table or something and not encased, we have those. That's not that big of a deal. And then guys, this is like the second half of all that. Look at all these football display cases. By my calculation, it doesn't look like it at all, but we're looking at like 108 of these, and we got them stacked high and stacked deep. We got more of the basketball cases, so I think I have about maybe 30 some odd basketball cases. And then we have the mini helmets. So there's some mini helmets for like if you have like a team or your favorite team and it's the smaller version of the helmet, you want to put it on display like an autographed one or something like that, then you can do that. So that's what I have here. Just wanted to share with you. It's not comfortable. I don't like storing all this here in my office, and I told you guys, the guys are watching the lives, that this is going to happen. You'll be seeing these on the next live, and hopefully you'll see them diminish over time, and I'm going to talk to you about my plan with that here right now. Based on the math, I think we had a little over 1,000 pieces, because the baseball cases, the cases of baseball displays, I think made up almost 800 items, like 750 items, and we're talking about 60 cents per piece. Now, the baseball display cases are probably going to sell anywhere between, $7 to $10. Plus the cost of shipping. I don't like to build in the cost of shipping into my items. I just never have. And I will once in a while. It just depends on the market. If the market shows that people aren't buying with shipping, I will then give in and do what has been working for other sellers, provided there's still meat on the bone. And at 60 cents per piece, even on these baseball cases, there's enough meat on the bone. Now, what's good is, I guess I could cost average things out, which is the idea of saying that, okay, the baseball cases are really more like 30 cents a piece, and the larger cases that you saw, the basketball, the football, those are more like $1 to maybe $1.50 a piece. And sometimes you can take a lot like this and kind of cost average things out so that you're not really breaking even or losing on, say, the smaller stuff like these little baseball cases, and you're already making the majority of your profit from the larger cases, so you kind of build in a higher cost. It's still the same $600 that I'm spending for the whole thing, but you're kind of breaking it down, assigning a value per each item a little differently. Some people don't even bother. There's no requirement, at least the way I do my accounting, that I have to say, per piece I'm into each piece for 30 cents, $1.50. The way I do it, it's just one batch at $600. Okay, that's my cost of goods. Now, what I make on this, I'm projecting probably about a $2,000 to $3,000 profit on these, based on what I've seen on the comps. We're talking, and this is going to be very passive, guys. We're talking maybe $30 on the basketball and the football cases, and maybe the wood baseball cases are probably going to be like a little higher end, like $10 to $15, 5 to 10 on the baseball. And I don't even know these jackets and like the hockey stuff. I haven't even looked into before actually making this video. I'm just throwing you out ballpark on the back of my mind before I decided to go ahead and make this purchase. But to me, it was such a good deal. $600. There's no shipping involved. That's what he took for me. And that rackety old van that he used from his buddy, that thing looked like it was on its deathbed. It had 270,000 miles and on it, and it was one of those things where I think it was very expensive for him to put gas in. So again, you're not going to get these kind of deals if you don't have a friend on the other side. This is a friend of mine for the last 20 some odd years. So he was happy to do it, wanted to come out, visit his brother, and just kind of hang out for the weekend, which was very fun. But you got to, if you get deals like this, networking is very important, meeting people, knowing people. But if you can get deals like this, then you got to jump on them. And yeah, I don't want to sit on 1,000 acrylic cases. Okay, number one, they're going to be very difficult to deal with. But number two, it's just, in the way. It's not my comfort zone. I would rather have electronics than very fragile items like this. And come to the realization I have to go in now and get boxes. So I need to get boxes for each SKU. Maybe, I don't know the dimensions on the football ones, but I'm going to have to come up with, about 150 boxes to where I have like 2 to 3 inches of free on each side, so I can adequately package these in the box. And so I've got to count for that. We're probably looking at about $1.50 per box when it's all said and done. We're talking like the basketball ones. Those are 12 by 12 by 12. I already did the checking on that. So I got to get those boxes. And you just got to kind of have to plan this in advance. So while I could make more than $2,000 to $3,000, with the sale price, after I put in my supplies, the initial cost of goods, eBay fees, and all that fun stuff, properly promoting my listing, it's not going to be a lot of meat on the bone, but these are going to be very easy to list. We're talking, I think I calculated like 7 or 8 SKUs. I'm not even calculating or talking about the hockey goal or the jackets that I'm not going to even bother listing the jackets right now. Those are going to be something we list later on in the summer. I mean, I guess we could, but I have so many things to list anyway. I want to prioritize what I list. So you guys know this is just kind of a side project. I continue to have the merchandise that I get almost on a daily basis that I need to prioritize, because that is my bread and butter, those higher ASP items, right? So this here, just an opportunity that I thought I'd fall back on, and I just want to know what you guys think. Is this something that if you had the opportunity to come across, maybe you have a lifetime friend, or maybe someone you recently met and they were willing to say, hey, look, you're helping me out, unload this stuff, right? I've been sitting on it for years, and I'm going to help you out by giving you a deal. Would you jump on it? Even if you're not comfortable with what it is, but it does have some sales history, would you jump on it? Or, like, there's a lot of folks out there who are niched out, and good deal or not, on something different, totally different. Thank you, but no thank you. I'm just focused on what I'm selling here. What I'm selling works. So I just want to know. I may never get these acrylic cases ever in my life, right? And I may never want them again when I'm done. But heck, I can go to like a sports card store, or a heck, maybe go to a convention of some sort when they come into town. Vegas is famous for that. And just say, hey, look, I'm sitting on 1,000 acrylic cases. Are you guys willing to give me $2 a piece? And I'm pretty sure that there's a number that would pretty much say, yeah, I'll do it. But that's not where I'm at right now. I kind of want to see the how these go, if I really beat my competitor, because I'm into them so cheap. Have room. So that's the key. Being into these items so cheap gives you the ability to do things your competitors can't, unless they're willing to lose money. And if my competition's into these same cases for, $2 to $3 a piece, then I'm gonna be able to go further in my discounts. It may not be something I want. I may want to make a little bit more money on these, but at the end of the day, it's about buying merchandise, and it's about moving merchandise. So that's my goal, is to price these to where they're going to move when someone searches for my item, whether it's by best match search. I'll have the promoted listing fees taking care of my ranking, and if they search by lowest price plus shipping, they should see me near the top as well. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I'd certainly appreciate that. It helps the channel. If you enjoyed the content that we put out, please hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you just want to be notified anytime we put out content or when we go live, hit that notification bell. So now a programming note, as you see, we're making this video on Memorial Day. If you're watching this after the fact, it is what it is. But normally we have the live streams on Mondays and Fridays on this channel. But we did a little poll on Friday, and most people said, hey John, take Monday off and we'll have the live stream on Tuesday. So this week we're going to go ahead and have the live stream on Tuesday. That's tomorrow, and same time, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern. And we're just going to kind of talk about whatever you want to discuss. I haven't figured out the topic of the day, but we always have a good conversation. It's always good to get together and talk shop, or at least be within an earshot while you're working for an hour and a half or whatever we do, just talking the business. And I think that in itself is motivational when you can, maybe listen to a longer, and I advocate while you're working, you listen to a longer video than say shorter ones, because then the shorter one's done, you got to stop what you're doing, go find another short one, right? If you're into like listening to these videos on YouTube, find the longer live stream podcasts and kind of allow that to keep you in the mood of reselling. I think that actually sometimes does work for some people. The fact that you're doing a task maybe you're really not all that fired up for, but just the topic is being discussed while you're doing it, and it kind of keeps you motivated, keeps you in the spirit of doing the work, and finding ways to keep you motivated is going to help you be successful in this business. So guys, merchandise. We're talking things that you normally would pass up at a yard sale, things you wouldn't even consider selling, but the price is just too good and the potential profit is there. And this is just yet another example of how sometimes these decisions, flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your day. Have a great holiday. Remember those who died for our ability to even have a YouTube, and our freedoms to do what we do. Live stream tomorrow, guys. Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern. I hope to see you there. If you can make the time, please tune in and drop in and say hi. So until then, have a great rest of your weekend. And if you're watching this after the fact, have a great rest of your day.